Okay, our next speaker, we are very pleased to have Louie Ferrer. He's the Executive Director for Infrastructure Development of Megawide. This is one of the nation's largest and certainly grandest construction engineering companies. And their big success, one of their big success certainly has been the Mactan Cebu International Airport that they completely renovated and turned it into what is widely known as a real first-class, world-class international airport. So really pleased to have an update from Louie. They're very active across the country, and five at least public-private partnership program infrastructure development projects that are large in scale. And yeah, so we're looking forward to hear Louie Ferrer of Megawide. Glad to have you, Louie.
Hello everyone, maayong butag sa inyo tanan. It is my pleasure to be part of this year's Asia CEO Forum Cebu. My topic is engineering a first world Cebu. But what does this really mean? Cebu as first world? Well, as we all know, our country, the Philippines, is quite far from being first world. But when I was younger, Philippines, especially Cebu, had so much promise in Asia and globally. Back then, we were competing with the likes of Japan, Korea. We even ranked higher than Singapore, China, and other Asian countries considered first world today. My question is, where are we now? What happened to our Philippines? What happened to our Cebu? Can our dream of becoming first world still a reality, and can it even happen within our lifetime? In the 70s and 80s, there was an infrastructure boom. Hospitals such as the Heart Center of the Philippines, lung and kidney centers, the Philippine Children's Medical Center, cultural buildings such as the CCP, Coconut Palace, plus a marvel of engineering for the San Juanico Bridge, and our very own Marcelo Fernand Bridge here in Cebu City. These infrastructure projects were helping pave the way towards our becoming a first world Asian country. However, over the years since, investments in vital infrastructure tapered off, and it was only during the last few years that we saw a start of resurgence. Today, we won't dwell on the past, but more on what we can do to achieve our dream now. Infrastructure is vital to supporting the growth of our economic centers like Cebu. I was actually born here in Cebu City, grew up in Surigao City, and just like our chairman, Edgar Saavedra, who grew up in Margo Satubig in Zamboanga City, we both grew up in provinces without access to proper infrastructure. But seeing the infrastructure in so-called first world countries helped shape our vision at Megawide. We will be a first world Philippines. That is our vision. It is a vision that always gets a reaction, be it skepticism or support. And people often ask us, can you really achieve this vision? And our answer is always a definite yes. This is because we know how to get there through our engineering excellence and a commitment to first world standards in design, engineering, and service. We definitely know it's not easy, but we are willing to put in the work, especially since what we can do will benefit our country. Infrastructure is more than just building structures. It's about marrying design and function and ensuring the viability of your structure even 40 or 50 years down the line and more. We invest heavily in engineering technologies such as precast, batching, formworks, equipment, and logistics. Our precast plant is the largest and most advanced in the Philippines and one of the largest of its kind in Southeast Asia. So, why Cebu? Well, apart from our personal connection, we believe in Cebu's potential as a first world destination for investment and tourism. It's a center for art, design, and world-class talent. It's rich in natural sites and historical locations. It's the economic center of the Visayas and the largest economy outside Metro Manila. And speaking as an airport operator, it's a natural gateway to the country with its central geographic location. Our first infrastructure project in Cebu was in Mactan Cebu International Airport, or MCIA. It's a 25-year contract with national government. Apart from operations, we constructed Terminal 2 and renovated Terminal 1. This is in partnership with India's GMR Infrastructure, which operates Delhi Airport. MCIA has won numerous awards for design and operational efficiency, among others. We commissioned MCIA Terminal 2 in 2018. Its design is inspired by Cebuano culture and heritage. The shape of the roof arches mimic the waves of Cebu's beaches with a tropical feel for the interiors. One of its design and structural highlights is a full roof structure made of glued laminated timber, or glulam timber from Austria. Cebu is the first airport in Asia to have this, followed by the other international airport we built, the Clark International Airport in Pampanga. Glulam is treated to be fireproof and stronger than steel on a strength per weight basis. MCIA has also state-of-the-art technologies for screening and security, many of them the first in the Philippines. Peak of construction, the project was able to generate more than 3,000 construction-related jobs. And for operations, it generated close to 600 jobs through concessionaires and other airport requirements pre-pandemic. For MCIA, we were really able to achieve our dream to build a world-class airport and more. Now, we are focusing on ensuring the airport's recovery post-pandemic and its continued support for Cebu's own recovery. Another key project in Cebu, which I'm very proud of, is the modernization of Cebu City's 100-year-old carbon market. This is a 50-year joint venture with the city government. Over the years, Carbon experienced rapid expansion, but its infrastructure for drainage, vehicular traffic, and market facilities were neglected in the process. We will ensure that infrastructure issues are addressed, from improving market facilities for cleanliness and efficiency to fixing drainage and sidewalk issues to stop flooding and to improve traffic flow and lessening vehicular congestion. This will go a long way in supporting Cebu City's economy in bouncing back from the effects of the pandemic. Not only are we fixing long-standing infrastructure issues, we are also prioritizing local business and entrepreneurs. Our goal is to give them a space to grow their business and spotlight Cebuano food and products at the same time. There will be 6 blocks for shopping, dining, and leisure, as well as an integrated transport terminals that will have land and sea connections. Carbon will eventually have the first airport city check-in in the country and a connection to Mactan Island and MCIA via water taxi. Overall, architectural design celebrates Cebuana history and heritage, with all low-rise buildings and materials or patterns all representing Cebu. For us, a first world Philippines and a first world Cebu is possible if we focus on what the locality naturally has and what it really needs to grow. Infrastructure investments are vital to any growing economy, and we must always approach it with a long-term vision in mind. It has to be sustainable, with a marriage of design and function. We must build infrastructure not only with its purpose in mind, but also people. Cebu has all the foundations of a first world destination, and we will continue to help build this vision. Thank you very much. Daghang salamat sa inyong tanan, and enjoy the rest of the day.